Welcome back and happy spooky season. Since it's spooky season, I've been wanting to do some spooky art, like actual spooky, I guess I shouldn't use the word spooky, scary artwork. I want to make something scary, which I actually find kind of difficult because lighting has a lot to do with building the right atmosphere, and I'm not good at lighting at all. The most I do is add cell shading to my paintings and maybe add a little like shine detail on something that needs a shine. Other than that, I'm very inexperienced in shading. But I got this cute little pad of smaller watercolor paper to experiment with, so I might as well do just that. Now, I was having some trouble trying to come up with an idea for something scary because I'm more scared by thoughts and concepts rather than like images, if that makes any sense. That sounds really pretentious, but I can't think of a better way to word it. Like, I have a phobia of deep water, not because it's deep water, but because there's the thought that there could be something big down there watching me that I'm not aware of. But I don't want to tackle the task of trying to paint water, so that fear can't be used right now. Ultimately, after a lot of perusing Pinterest's many spooky pictures, I decided to paint a creepy forest. Because one, the woods are super scary when it's dark. I've gone down the Appalachia rabbit hole, okay? I don't mess around with the woods, and I definitely don't whistle in them. And two, that uncanny valley feeling is real and terrible, and I hate it so much. If you don't know what the uncanny valley is, it's this phenomenon or theory, I don't know what to call it, where you get this uncomfortable, eerie feeling when you see something that looks human but isn't quite right. A lot of people get it with mannequins, computer-generated images of people, robots, etc. If any of you have seen that AI actress that is apparently a thing now, that is a really good example of the uncanny valley vibes you kind of get. I get uncanny valley from like ChatGPT even, like when it tries to be friendly and encouraging and like person-like. Anyway, so I ended up wanting to capture that feeling of being watched while you're in the woods. So I drew out a cute little porch and some spooky woods, kind of like you're in a cabin on vacation and you hear something outside and you do the dumb horror movie thing where you're like, I'll go check it out. And then suddenly you see like a weird humanoid thing standing outside your house watching you, or your rental watching you. Now, the woods were so hard for me to paint for some reason. It was like breaking my brain trying to figure out which shade of trees were closer and which were farther away. Now that I think about it, it was probably the oncoming cold that was messing me up so bad, because I got sick right in the middle of painting this. It was actually kind of convenient because right as I was starting to feel particularly terrible, a big storm cloud rolled over and ruined my lighting, so I had to stop anyways. But when I came back to it the next day, I was just so out of it that I just slapped down some vaguely human / not human figures and called it good. I did try to add little white dots for some creepy eyes, but I don't think my painting is dark enough for that. And my white gel pen wasn't working anyways, so I guess it was kind of a good thing because I don't think it would have looked good. But after that idea flopped, I wasn't about to think and try to come up with a better idea. I didn't even have it in me to think to switch brushes to a thinner one, so that the limbs could be more spindly and I could add more detail. So I just added like toddler Slenderman in the back and signed it with a random pen and peeled the tape off. The universe wasn't done with me yet, because as I was peeling the final piece of tape off, it ripped like half the paper and took my signature with it. So this was me trying to paint some spooky art. In the end, the scariest thing was the amount of tissues I used in a 24-hour time frame. Anyways, about the painting, it's kind of scary. But this guy has a big head and it's kind of ruining it. So the spook factor doesn't really hit quite the same. I do like how it looks kind of foggy. That's fun, little spooky. It was practice, it doesn't have to be perfect. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you like this sad attempt at scary artwork. Leave some screams and scares in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!